Hey everybody, it's Tara Bryan, and I decided to do uh, my Course Building Secrets podcast recording live here for you all to take part in. So usually when I am doing a podcast, one of the things I love about podcasting. So if you're not subscribed to Course Building Secrets podcast, go out and subscribe. But one of the things that I love about doing a podcast is that I can do it no matter what, right? Like my hair doesn't have to be done. I could be outside on my run. I could be doing all sorts of things. Y'all would never know because I am not on camera. But today I decided to come on camera and also record the podcast for you so we could get it out there. So today I want to talk about something that I think a lot of people struggle with when they're first getting started, and how do they create an online program, an online course? How do they really package what they've been doing and put it online? So a lot of times when people come to me, what I hear a lot of is, well, it's just based on my expertise. Like, I just have all this information I want to teach. I have all these resources that I have. I'm just going to throw them all out there so people can consume them, right? So I'll sell it or I'll offer it as a tool for people to have. And that's fine, and that's an approach. But most of us, as we are building our businesses and really helping our customers and clients, really are looking to make an impact and make sure that we're helping people get results, right? It's not just about what information they can consume and what resources we can give them. While those are helpful within context of what it is that we're giving them, what we're teaching them, we really need to start with a different foundation. So one of the things that I talk a lot about with my students in Learn Academy is really defining what that foundation is. And the good news is if you have a one-on-one business, a coaching business, a freelancing business, a done-for-you services business, you really probably already have this. And so it's just looking at it from a little bit of a different perspective in order to get it out there in a way that really will start to serve you and your time, and also serve your customers or your future customers as they are able to go through what you have to offer in a different way. So the trick for this really isn't about leading with your expertise and going out and giving them lots of information. It's really looking at what are the repeatable processes that you have when you're helping your customers that allows you to get to results, right? So often when people start their business and they start working with customers, you go out and you say, okay, yep, I can do that for you, and you go through and you do the work for them that they need done, right? So say you're helping people build websites, right? So you say, oh, great, I can help people build websites. Here are the steps that I take to do that. And you may define that very clearly, or it may be a little bit loose in terms of how you help each of your customers. But really, if you've worked with a number of different people, you start looking at patterns. You start looking at, well, what are the patterns? How am I helping people? What are the steps that I'm always taking? That is a clear indication that there is starting to be a repeatable process in your business that you can help other people get results with. And that, my friends, is where we start when you're building an online program. Is what your goal is to teach people how to either do this process with you or how to do it themselves, depending upon how you set up your online program. So really looking at the first step for you, and this is my course building tip for you for the day, is how are you helping people? What is that repeatable process that you go through each and every time when you're helping somebody from where they are when they come into your world, right? When they purchase whatever it is that you have to offer, to when you've gotten them results. What is that process in between? What does that look like? How do you really look at the things that you do that are similar each time, define that, put that into a repeatable process, and then that becomes the path that you give them as you're teaching other people either to do it themselves or to do it with you in more of a group program versus kind of that one-on-one work that you're doing today. So when you look at really building out an online presence to either supplement or maybe even replace your one-on-one income, it's really starting with that repeatable process. What is that and how do you look at it? So some clues, if you don't have a repeatable process today, is really to look at, maybe your last, 5 customers that you've worked with. What are ways that you have consistently done things, even if they have different needs, right? How is it that you start with them? What's happening along the path? And then what's happening, right before they're getting a result. Start really defining what that looks like and see if you can't put it into something that turns into steps or a path that you are guiding each one of your customers through. So not only will that help you in your business as you're going through and scaling it, right? Because ultimately at the end of the day, that you have to have some sort of repeatable process in order to hire, in order to scale, in order to grow what you're doing, because it's very expensive if every single time you have a new client you are reinventing the wheel, right? So start there and see what that looks like, and then that it's time that then you can start to look at how you can teach that to other people, and really look at putting that online, having people consume it in a different way than you just helping customers one-on-one. So there you go. That is your course building secret of the day. There is the podcast live in this group, and so you can obviously listen to it here. Add your comments, add any questions or ahas that you had about today's course building secret tip. But also, if you're not a subscriber to the podcast, go out to wherever you listen to podcasts and check out Course Building Secrets podcast. It is literally filled with actionable tips and tricks for you as a course creator to really look at how do you get your course, how do you get your message, how do you get your expertise out there to be able to help more people grow your business and be able to leverage your time in the best way. So there you go. Go check out Course Building Secrets. It will be out on the podcast a little bit later, live here, and also you can check it out on YouTube as well. All right, comments below.